My name is Ken Ueno. The sound installation I made for MUAC is called Lucretius. Of course, the name Lucretius, the historical reference is to the ancient Roman philosopher Lucretius, who was one of the first people to conceive of the universe as being made up of tiny atoms, and being inspired by this specific sound installation space with 24-channel sound. I was thinking a good way to articulate the sound and the movement of sound through the space was to have granular sounds that are kind of evocative of atoms, maybe. But I also thought of a flock of birds flying. There is no narrative per se because there's no beginning, middle, and end. It's an installation, so it's constantly running. And so that's how it's different from a concert piece, like a piece of chamber music or an orchestra piece. It's designed so that as you walk into the space, there's a kind of initial gestalt of the identity of the piece that's perceivable and immediately graspable. But the software that's running the piece continuously unfolds the piece. So the longer you stay, you also realize it's changing. And so hopefully there's more of a takeaway, different kinds of takeaways as you experience the piece differently. As you, the audience, determines the temporality of engagement yourself, there's different takeaways from it. So the main sounds are two. One, synthesized sounds that are granular. That means it's kind of small and articulate, and it sounds like, and that's moving around. And that sound is what's called convolved, mixed, made hybrid with sounds of my own voice breathing. Right? That was a way to kind of think about making the sounds feel more organic. And so those two sounds are continuously flying around the space and mixing, and then making a third sound, a hybrid between those. And there are two other, what I call Easter eggs. Every once in a while, about every 5 minutes, from a different location is another recording of my voice just breathing, like, and then every once in a while, like every Christmas, there's like this is one sound that you hear. It's just like someone speak. It's a poem that I wrote, but that is based on sibilants, these S's that you can barely perceive, but you can hear the S's, and you're supposed to think like, oh, well, did I hear it? What is it? You know? And then if you stay there long enough, for another Christmas, you can hear it again, and maybe it's clearer that time, and it'll be coming from a different space.